Hi friends! Happy Halloween! It's my favorite holiday! What are you dressing up as? Tell me in the comments because I really want to know. Alright, today we're hearing from Gerri. Gerri says, I'm trying to be more intentional about sustainability in my clothing choices. Can you recommend some good sustainable clothing brands? Spoiler alert, no, I cannot. But this is a really important topic, so let's have the conversation anyway. Good for you for trying to be more intentional about this, because the fashion industry is notorious for its harmful environmental impact, and it is getting better. A lot of companies are being more conscientious about reducing water usage and waste and hazardous chemicals, and that's great. But I think in our consumerist culture, a lot of times shopping is presented as a solution to a problem. Like we all have that hoarder friend, or maybe it's you, who wants to get organized, so they buy a bunch of storage bins, and now they're hoarding storage bins too. So it doesn't always solve the problem. Or I used to work at this discount store that just sold useless items that couldn't sell anywhere else. And one time we got these little boxes that were literally 1 inch by 1 inch. And I don't know what you're going to put in that. Maybe your kid's tooth for the tooth fairy or some pills in your purse. They seemed pretty useless. And they said on them, "Save the Earth." And we were selling them for 79 cents. And I just think that's too good to be true. Saving the Earth is going to cost more than that. So yeah, if you need a tiny box legitimately for your tiny things, maybe that's good. But like, don't buy something that you don't need just because it's biodegradable. It's the same kind of thing when it comes to clothes. Perhaps you've heard of the Buyerarchy of needs, which puts shopping your own closet at the bottom of the pyramid, which you could try to do first. Just see if there are pieces you can put together that you wouldn't normally wear together and make new outfits that way, or try to accessorize outfits creatively so that you don't feel like you're just wearing the same outfits all the time. So that would be a place to start, and then after that, try borrowing. So obviously for the clothes, for the basics that you wear every day, you're not going to borrow those, that wouldn't make sense, but maybe for a one-time formal event, or for Halloween, I borrowed this. I don't even know if Pokemon's cool anymore, but I'm recording this way before Halloween, so I was not prepared, you guys. But it's great, it's like a giant onesie, it's very comfortable. Anyways, what are we talking about? Yeah, borrow, and then if that doesn't work, have a clothing swap with your friends and trade clothes. That could be really fun. I've done that many times and gotten a lot of clothes that way. And a lot of times it's worked out with people that are even different sizes. And I know sometimes people say, oh, I'm not going to fit into your sizes, but that's why people are getting rid of things sometimes, is because they have things that don't fit them. So you might be surprised. Just try it. After that, the next best thing is to go secondhand shopping. And if you're not a big thrifter and you don't want to sift through garbage, you might try a consignment shop or a vintage store, or there's even a lot of online secondhand shops like Poshmark or even eBay that are a little bit more curated. Or even between thrift stores, there's kind of a range. So some are literally bins that you dig through that they sell clothing by the pound, and then some are trying to appear like boutiques where they actually put the clothes on hangers and display them really nicely, and so that might be more your style. And then the next best thing after that is to make your own clothes, which again, I know this is not feasible for all of us. We might not have the resources to do that, but that's an option if that works for you. And then at the very top of the pyramid is to buy sustainable. And the best change to make is the one that you'll actually do. So it's kind of like a diet. It might be best for your body to eat 95% plant-based foods, but that's probably not realistic for most of us. So just pick a change that you know you can make consistently and start there. So I don't know where you are with this whole thing, Gerri, but if you're like a typical American consumer that maybe uses shopping as retail therapy, and you have tons of clothes in your closet with the tags still hanging on them, maybe things that aren't in your size or aren't in your color, a good place to start might be just buying clothes that you really like, that will last for a long time, that you didn't just buy because they were on clearance, or because it was just an impulse buy. Or maybe a good place to start is to just start reading labels and buying natural fabrics, because that's better for the environment. And that's easy to do. Everything has a label. Or maybe you really are at a point where you want to just find some sustainable brands. In that case, there are apps that can help you with that rate companies. So there's one called Good On You, which I'll link to below. And this app rates thousands of companies on not just environmental factors, but things like fair wages. And what I like about this app is that if you type in a company that you like and it's maybe not the best, they will recommend similar companies that you could check out that have a better rating. So that could be a good place to start if you just don't know where to start. And these apps are really helpful because a lot of companies are greenwashing now, where they'll maybe have one clothing line that's the sustainable line, but then the rest of the company isn't really sustainable. And that's a little suspect because it seems like maybe they're not really committed to that, but it's a start. So why can I not answer your question? I don't really buy clothes, so I haven't had a lot of experience with sustainable brands or any brands lately. People just give me a lot of clothes, and I tend to keep my clothes for a really long time, so I just haven't had a lot of experience with this. I do have a pair of leggings from Girlfriend Collective that are made from recycled bottles, I think, and I've had them for a couple years, and they're high waist. They have a little pocket for your key right here, and they're really good quality. They're sturdy. I still feel like they're brand new, even though they're a couple years old probably. So that's all I can say, but I just thought I'd offer you that. But yeah, that's kind of what I found in my research, is that you're gonna have to give up something to get sustainable, because it's not cheap to make sustainable clothes. So they're either gonna be more expensive, or like there's a lot of this kind of company that makes workout gear or loungewear or just basics that are organic cotton, and that's really prominent. But if you want actually stylish clothes for like formal wear or just, you know, more than basics, those are going to cost more, or the company might be in Europe and then you're paying shipping. Something's got to give. So just realize you can't have everything if you're wanting your clothes to be sustainable, at least at this point. And it's getting better and more affordable all the time as this becomes more of the norm. So that's great. So I know I didn't really answer your question, Gerri, but I hope that helps somewhat. And if you're watching this and you have a sustainable brand that you really like, please tell Gerri in the comments below so that she can get a real answer to her question. And tell me what your costume is. And send your style questions to thegooddresser@gmail.com. And make sure you watch next week, because if you remember Dave from last week, he has gotten back to me about the pants situation. Apparently it is more complex than we realized. So subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can stay up to date on the pants saga. As always, thanks for watching, and thanks for making the world a better looking place and a better place.